Hey guys, welcome back to another Azure gaming video, and today's video we're gonna talk about Sylvie's revamps. So we're gonna take a look at her old kit and her new kit and see what's up. Alright, let's go. So before, her Withering Arms gave attack and mag break 65, now it does 75. Withering Guard does defense 75. Before it did 65. Flash Refuge, Quake Refuge, and Storm Refuge now do increased resistance to the respective elements for 4 turns instead of 3 turns. And then lastly, Growing Offense buffs attack and mag by 200 instead of 160. It also autocasts attack and mag buff for 230 for 2 turns as opposed to 180. And can't be dispelled. LB fill rate is still the same. Okay, so pretty good. She's gonna be a average attack and mag buffer for Growing Offense AoE. Really good light earth and lightning resistance, and subpar debuffer.
This video is sponsored by Amazon Coins. Get 10,000 Amazon Coins for $80 instead of $100. That's a savings of 20%. You can use the Amazon Coins to buy Lapis for FFBE. I place a link in the description below. Check it out after you watch the video.
Alright, so Growing Defense buffs Defense and Spirit by 200 and also grants HP Buyer 1500 for 4 turns. Before, it only did 160 and 1000, and the autocast buffs for 230 and still the same amount of barrier. Alright, so dual cast, she didn't have that in her before her rework. Now she can dual cast any of her magic except blue magic. So she also gets more green magic. We'll take a look at that later. Bolt Egg, Gravel Egg, and the Light Egg, instead of single target imbues for 3 turns, it is now AoE element imbue for 3 turns, so allies. It also imperils the all enemies to their respective element, so 120% for 3 turns to all enemies. It also amps the physical and magic damage of the element by 15% for 3 turns to allies. The element amplification cannot be dispelled, but the imbue can be dispelled. Alright, so pretty nice addition to her kit. She can also amp lightning, earth, and light. Okay, so with sand elements, before it gave a resistance buff of 50%, now it does 70%. So really nice element resist there for all elements, for all allies for 3 turns. Protective Paddle, this is her magic mitigation skill. Before it gave 30%, now it gives 40% for 4 turns. It also ups the recover HP by 6,000 to all allies. Protective Vines is the physical version of that, so 40 and 6,000 again. Hop into Battle is the single target buff and debuff. So before, it buffs attack and mag by 300 for 3 turns to 1 ally, and also debuffs by 70%, AoE debuff, and also unlocks triple cast. Now it still does 300% attack and mag, can't be dispelled, but it debuffs defense spirit by 80% for 4 turns to all enemies. So he's on par with that's below average for the breakers right now. So average for the breaker is, or for debuffers current in the meta, is 85 to 87, right? So this is kind of subpar, but it's still good at 80%. It also enables triple cast for her for 4 turns, so no change there. Alright, so Hop to the Rescue is the defense spirit variant of the buff. It also decreases attack and mag by 80% and unlocks triple cast. Alright, so Marion, Watch Over Me. This was on a 9-turn cooldown, but now it's on a sort of 7-turn cooldown, so you can cast it more often. Alright, so this increases resistance to all stat breaks. So same there. Now it increases all stats by 250 for 5 turns to allies. and cannot be dispelled. So from 200 it went to 250. It also has physical mitigation for taken against stone enemies. 50% for 5 turns, really good. If you're fighting stone enemies, 50% is really a high number. And then also does the same thing for magic damage against stones. Alright, so it also enables triple cast for 6 turns. And then last is a Paladin's Duty. Before it could only be cast after it's on turn 3. Now it can be cast on turn 1 on a 4-turn cooldown. Still does fix 3000 damage to Sylvie herself. Now it recovers 150 MP to her and also heals 6000 HP split over 3 turns to allies from 2400. And lastly, the MP refresh is 450 instead of 360. Okay, so you can use her as an MP battery and also regen unit. Alright, so on to her attack granting abilities. So she has abilities that grant Bolting Strike and Absolute Mirror of Equity change to any of your party members. So Bunny Kick from 3.7 modifier. It's up to 30 now with Ignore Defense 50%. So that's 60. 60 per cast Bolting Strike. You can cast this 3 times. So before Here I Go, you can only cast the specific abilities for 2 times. Now they can triple cast it. So really good. You can triple cast, any of your units can triple cast Bolting Strike or AMOE for respectable modifiers there. 60. Okay, so Mystical Egg from non-elemental magic damage 4.2. Now it can do it can be imbued now because it is a physical attack that does magic damage. 30 with North Spirit, so that's 60. Single target Bolting Strike. So you can imbue that with her 3 elements or use an external imbuer if you want. Okay, so Cottontail, physical damage 6 to 1 enemy, AMOE. And then last is Enchanted Egg. This is the AMOE variant of the imbuable magic damage. Alright, so any of your units can chain Bolting Strike and Absolute Mirror of Equity with respectable change now. And the magic damage can be imbued, so really nice. Alright, so all eggs in one basket is her Magna skill. So before she didn't have this, before her rework, now it does 1 use per battle, increase LB damage 200 for 2 turns to 1 ally, can't be dispelled. So I think that's the highest LB damage buff in global right now, besides Zidane's SMR. Also increase LB damage, LB gauge 1000 to 1 ally, so pretty much instant fill the LB gauge to 1 ally. Also increases lightning, earth, and light physical and magic damage 30% for 5 turns to 1 ally. Also quite high. But you can also only use this one time per battle. Alright, so Nobody Left Behind. This is her Stat Cure and Stop Cure. And now it increases resistance to all elements by 90% instead of 75%. And then it recovers 50% MP to all allies. Also grants 5,000 HP barrier for 3 turns to all allies. So really good support skill there, especially the element resistance of 90%. And then some green magic additions. Before she only had Libera, Full Life, Dispelga, and Re-Race. Really good green magic, but now she gets Protectga, 100% defense buff with physical mitigation, Shelga, and Imperil. So she's gonna be useful for imperiling other elements besides the elements that she uses. Alright, and she can dual cast all of these, alright? Okay, so on to her passives. Yeah, so Vernal Fortification. It increases Defense and Spirit HP by 30. Now it increases it by 50% when equipped with a light shield or a heavy shield. Alright, so that's gonna improve her survivability. in Memory of Marian. Before it increases HP, MP, Defense, Spirit by 10. Now it increases them by 20%. No change with the Absorption MP. And it auto-cast in Memory of Marian every turn. So in Memory of Marian, recovered MP 20 MP to all allies. Now it does 30 MP to all allies. Stone Encrusted Armor. Instead of only increasing defense and spirit by 30, it also increases HP by 30 when equipped with heavy armor. The earth resistance is the same. So there are a couple changes in her SUMR and TeamWire. Spring Basket, before the increase HP and MP 20% was limited to Sylvie only. Now they removed that limit so everyone can benefit from the increased HP and MP 20%. Twin Bunny Clips from HP and MP 10% up to 20% HP and MP. Alright, so that's all for Sylvie's revamp. My impressions of it is she's gonna be really nice, especially if you're a beginner, because she can do a lot of stuff similar to Noppy, right? Really good support, and her LB fill is really nice also, and LB buff of 200%. The only downside is it's a Magnus skill, you can only use it once. I'm also a fan of her multiple 3 elements that can AoE imbue and imperil, and also amp. So she's similar to 𝐂𝐿𝐍. If 𝐂𝐿𝐍 is already released, right? So really good support even as a 5-star base. Alright, so who else is excited for Sylvie's revamp? It's not really too OP, but it's certainly better bringing her in the meta. Alright, so I'm gonna use her for farming the event, and also for the daily bonus battle. I don't have Noppy, so I don't have Behemoth or Cacteria, so she's the only one that can imperil Earth and imbue Earth in my team. I could use Madame Adele, but she doesn't have an imperil in her base form. I think the imperil is in her Bracer form, so you have to spend 2 turns for imperil and imbue. Alright, so that's Sylvie. I'm really a fan of her. Really nice unit. Alright, so I think that's it. If you found this helpful, guys, consider subscribing to your channel. Make sure to click the like button and notification bell to get notified when I upload new FFBE videos to the channel. Alright, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.